There's no such thing as an environmental problem. The environment doesn't have a problem, it just is. We are the problem. The good news is we also have the power to be the solution. By transitioning to a more sustainable way of life, we can create a better world for ourselves and future generations. Sustainability may sound like a buzzword, but is actually a powerful concept. Whilst the movement grew from concerns about protecting the environment, it goes beyond that. Sustainability focuses on three interconnected core concepts: the environment, which is everything around us, society, which we are part of, and the economy, which relates to government and business activity. Sustainability is about sustaining these three concepts, meeting our needs while assuring future generations will be able to also meet their needs. Understanding the current state of affairs will help us chart a course for a more sustainable future, so let's explore how we arrived to this point. At the height of the Industrial Revolution, production around the world was booming. Factories were running on fossil fuels. Fossil fuels include coal, oil, natural gas. The UK was at the forefront of the movement. In 1896, there was already talks in scientific journals about the effect that burning all this fossil fuel might have on our world, resulting in the increase of carbon emissions, which is a byproduct of burning fossil fuels. Since then, the world has continued to burn fossil fuels, even though there's been a great deal of work done during this time to understand the relationship between the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and the resulting temperature change. After the discovery in 1958, it wasn't until 1967 when technology had advanced enough that scientists were able to model the Earth's changing climate for the first time. With this breakthrough, they were able to predict doubling the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere could raise global temperatures by 2 degrees. Just a year after this, Dr. John Mercer predicted the melting of the icebergs. Due to growing concerns amongst members of the general public about those discoveries, in 1970 the first ever Earth Day was held. In 1972, the UN Conference of Human Environment was held, where sustainability was a key theme. During this time, consumer consumption exploded, with it become easier than ever to cheaply produce products and transport them around the world, leading to a culture of overconsumption and a growing problem with waste and what to do with it. The situation of waste and overconsumption was unsustainable for us and the environment. Our planet only has a finite amount of resource. If we consume too much and do not restore, we may be breaking planetary boundaries and not leaving enough for future generations. Which is why governments introduced policy. There was an introduction of new concepts such as a circular economy, where products and materials are kept in circulation, which led to a surge in the UK population taking up recycling. By the 1980s, sustainability had become a global issue, and the World Conservation Strategy document was released during that year. From here, there were a number of different events that influenced life today. The Brotman Report of 1987 provided the foundation definition of sustainable development, meeting our needs whilst allowing future generations to meet their needs. The first Earth Summit, held in Rio, June 1992, brought together government leaders from around the world to establish general principles of sustainable development and launched a global agenda. Subsequent summits and agreements focus on specific aspects of sustainable development, including poverty eradication in 1995, the Climate Change Kyoto Protocol in 1997, and the Broader Action Plan from Johannesburg Summit in 2002. The Rio 20 Summit affirmed commitment to sustainable development and set a stage for more ambitious goals. The 2015 Paris Agreement, a legally binding international treaty on climate change, and the 17th Sustainable Development Goals, released January 2016, represent the most recent and comprehensive global efforts to address climate change and achieve a sustainable future. Unfortunately, during this time, we also destroyed 18% of the Amazon rainforest, increased carbon emissions by 90%, added 13 million more cars to the UK roads. World biodiversity, the variety of all living things on our planet, has declined in alarming rates in recent years. Almost 1/3 of those that we know about are in danger of disappearing. And that brings us to today, where we still have more work to do. We need to find ways to live within our means, meeting our present needs whilst assuring future generations will also be able to meet their needs. After all, we only have one planet we live on. Let's try to assure it's one we can be proud of. A sustainable planet for ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, and generations to come. To keep updated, follow Dr. Sustainability on social. Let's set off on our journey to a sustainable future for all.